I'm going to try to cover these the best I can as far as just like looking at them. Like subjectively, we're just going to take a look at them. I'm not going to do a breakdown of parts necessarily, but I'll cover a few of them. But more importantly, what I think these watches, these builds represent is some very good, tasteful, kind of like OEM plus sort of look. If you're from the car world, that's how a lot of guys mod their cars. They still look OEM, but they have a little bit more performance or just a better, cleaner, like performance look to them. But these watches were all built by my buddy Larry C. I'll put a link to his channel down below, as well as contact information if you want to purchase one of these watches. Not this one because he gave it to me. This one here, Larry actually built for me. Thank you. But the rest of them, like, he just enjoys building them. He'll sell them. So he's not going to do like spec builds. So if you have one that you want like to spec out and build, Larry's not going to be your guy. He just goes at them and he does them creatively, but yet keeping that OEM plus look that I kind of talked about earlier. So these watches, I look at them and I think this is a watch that Seiko could have or maybe should have built, right? It's kind of like an MM200 reduced case. I think technically it's the Namoki's MM300 case, but it's, you know, not a monocoque design. It has a screw down case back, but sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel insert, really clean 120 click bezel action, tons of grip on that thing. You know, it has actually the upgraded movement. The movement inside is the NH34. You can't really see the GMT hand, so I'll pop this out one spot and kind of move that forward for you. But you can see it's a really clean, tastefully blue. Everything's different shades of blue here. Nice contrast, but yeah, complementing one another. Very clean, right? And timeless. You have that chapter ring on the inside, so you can track your 24-hour very cleanly. And then you have a factory Seiko dial. I believe you're using Seiko handset. I'm not 100% sure. Those might be aftermarket as well. But overall, this package is also affordable and gives you a look that you can't buy with Seiko, but yet still looks like a really nice, modern, quite frankly, kind of expensive Seiko. Some of these MM200 reduced Seiko watches directly from them are like $1,400–$1,500, if I'm not mistaken. And I know Larry's building these for way less than that. So something to consider there as well. Also, with the NH34 movement, it's a little more robust movement in the fact that, you know, there's like a safe zone. I always tell people, if you're going to change the date, do it at 6:30 a.m. So I go around, make sure you have a date change, and then put the hour minute hand down towards the bottom at 6:30 a.m. And then you can change the date wheel and you won't break the little plastic gear inside. Well, I found some confirmation that with the NH34, you can pretty much change it whenever you want and you have like no risk of damaging that gear. So the NH34 in that aspect seems to be a better movement. So very good, clean looking watch. You paired it up with a custom fitted blue matching strap. He kind of did the same thing with this black one and with the one that he built me. This one's clearly more timeless looking with the black and the white, and very discreet GMT hand. You can just kind of see it. It's all blacked out there. So it's just kind of doing its job, but it's tucked away nice and clean. Again, really clean design on this thing. There's the strap name if you're interested in that. Again, dive bezel, very Seiko-like in its function, 120 click. Screw down crown, just clean builds, clean builds. And then this guy here, a little bit different, has more of like a patty dial, and you have the two-tone GMT bezel on this thing. You still got the 24-hour chapter ring on the inside, but this one has a friction fit bi-directional coin edge bezel on this thing. So pretty cool there. He paired this one up with a really nice blue matching fabric strap. And then this one, different case. You have a 3 o'clock crown, more of a root beer look to it. Tastefully done again, still have that brown dial. You don't have the 24-hour markers on the chapter ring, so you're dependent on the 24-hour only being kept with the outer ring here. So you can't really track like that 3rd or 4th time zone. You can really only do, it's just a little bit different. You probably couldn't find that shade of rose gold with the markers on it. But this one has a special spring in it that actually gives some detents, and it's also bi-directional. I think that one's from Crystal Times, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure Larry will chime in the comments down below. And if he gives me a full breakdown of some of the builds, I can put that information in the description. But I think most of these parts are actually sourced from Namoki's. And again, paired up with a really nice strap. And then, of course, the one that he built me has kind of a silvery white dial. And then paired up with an orange strap. And then you have the orange GMT hand. And then we have the dive bezel on this guy with a coin edge. Very nice bezel action on this one. And he etched in the case back here. It's not laser engraved, it's some sort of etching material he did. Turned out pretty good. So, and he gifted me this one because I've given him a watch, I don't really talk about it too much, but I've given away a lot of watches. Let's just say that. There it is on wrist. Great watch. Happy to have it. Means a lot to me coming from Larry. I know he spec'd it out and took his time and did it the way that he knew that I would like it. So let's put this guy on. We'll do a wrist shot with this one and then maybe the root beer. I think this black one, because I just did a video on the Seiko SPB 383. I feel like this one's kind of like that. But you get the GMT movement and it costs less money. So something to consider. And I know the mod guys are all understanding. But if you're not familiar with the way mods work, pretty much you can get all of these parts. They're just multiple different sources. There's damn near limitless possibilities for your creativity. Is it easy to build these things? No. I haven't done a video or a mod build myself in a long time. I went through the process and learned it, and I discovered that some people make it look easy. Like Larry makes it look easy when you watch his videos, but it is not easy, in my opinion, to build these. Some people are just better at it than others. Where I would struggle typically would be, one, keeping frigging debris out of the case. I'd case one up and I would look at it really close, and inevitably there would be something in between the crystal and the dial, and I'd be like, are you kidding me? So I'd have to take it back apart, clean it out, so to get it to as clean as possible. And then the other thing is, and I haven't done it in a long time, but just setting the seconds hand, it is it's such a small little piece to get right on there. But Larry does a good job. He makes it look easy. A ton of other people do as well. If you're a modder, I think you could, if you are being honest, you can say yes, you might be good at it, or you might be able to make it look easy, but it isn't for everybody. It isn't going to be easy for everybody. So we have loom here all the way down to the 20. Let's see what else we have. We have 2 different color looms on this. We have a blue pip. The root beer actually has blue loom. That's pretty cool. That's kind of that red and blue one. And then this is the classic black one. So some great looking colors here, great builds. Big thanks to Larry for sending these over for us to check them out. We'll be sending these back to Larry. So again, contact information down below. If you're interested in purchasing any of these, just hit him up. If you hit him up soon, I don't know. I'm going to get these back to him. He'll probably have them by the time this video comes out. And then, of course, I'll keep mine. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.